Hello, my YouTube family. I am so happy that you're here today. Today, we're putting a twist in our jollof rice. Usually, jollof rice in Ghana is made with beef or beef stock or just any type of meat, like even gizzard, to just give it that Ghanaian flavor. But today, we're just making it with vegetables, or let's call it vegetarian jollof rice. I tried this a couple of times before and it came out delicious. So I'm like, you know what? I need to share this recipe with you guys. I hope you enjoy it and that you give it a try. So guys, as you see me doing here, I am peeling off my ginger, my garlic, my onions, and just blending everything together. The main ingredient for all the African dishes in Ghana, let me not say African dishes, but Ghanaian dishes, the main ingredients are the onion, the ginger, the garlic, and the habanero pepper. Those are the basis for your stews and your soups for most of the meals that I know in Ghana. And that's exactly what you see me doing here. Even after you blending those ingredients together, you still need to add onions to fry with the oil before you pour the mixed onion, ginger, garlic, and habanero pepper ingredients. All these flavors that combine together give you that good Ghanaian, real, true flavor. This step is non-mandatory. Everybody kind of does their things the way that they want to do them. Every now and then I decide to add some rosemary to spice up my jollof rice, but it's definitely not a requirement. Some people also add thyme or whatever type of herbs and spices that you desire, you can add to your jollof rice. You can choose to add rosemary or other spices whilst your onions are frying, or you can choose to add them a little bit later. It's really up to you what you decide. I find that adding my rosemary a bit earlier on and frying it with the onions kind of kicks up the flavor a little bit more, so that's why I do it that way. But if you don't like that pungent flavor of your herbs, I would recommend adding them a little bit later on as your stew is cooking. Here I am going ahead to add my mixture of garlic, onion, habanero pepper, and ginger into my frying onion and rosemary mix. Then I'm mixing and blending everything together. As you can see here, I am now getting ready to cut up my tomatoes, not onions, along with my red bell pepper. You don't have to add red bell pepper. I find that it kind of sweetens up my jollof rice when I add red bell pepper. And you also don't have to use fresh tomatoes. However, when you use fresh tomatoes, you do get a little bit of a better taste, I think. You cannot miss jollof rice. You cannot miss this step, you guys. You cannot miss adding your tomato paste. You have to add tomato paste if you want some color in your jollof rice. If you don't add tomato paste, your jollof rice is going to be pretty pale, and you will see at the end that even though I added tomato paste, I could have added a little bit more because the color is a little bit on the lighter end. However, the camera made it look more lighter than what it is. It was actually darker and just fine. But to let you know, do add enough tomato paste in order to get the color that you want. I am cutting these bell peppers because I'm going to be using them while the stew is cooking, and also at the end to garnish the jollof rice. I like to add as many vegetables I can find, and then I do cheat and add some of my frozen vegetables in there as well too, because a girl is not about to be going up to the farm and cutting up all of these vegetables. That would take forever and 2 days. at this point, I am preparing my frozen vegetables. You can choose to add your frozen vegetables 20 minutes before your stew is done, or you can choose to add them like maybe 15-20 minutes before your whole rice mixture together is done. I choose to add mine right after this moment, but you know, you can choose to add them at your own preference. I am cleaning my rice, guys, and the way I clean my rice is to the point where the white part is almost gone in the water. And then right after washing my rice, I let it sit for a little bit, and then I usually add my shrimp powder. The shrimp powder really helps with, you know, kicking up that African flavor in most stews. And so sometimes, you guys, I try to do away with it, but most times, you know, it really does the trick. So this time I'm adding it and it's working out real great. As you see here, I've added the rice that I had already washed. And the way that I measure rice and stew is that I just want to be able to see the rice on top, so that I know that if I see the rice and I'm able to mix it freely within the stew, I don't need to add any water. When you add water to your jollof rice, it kind of loses the taste. But when you just add enough rice to the stew, you know that all those stew flavors infuse within the rice, and the rice cooks right inside of that stew. As you can see, as I told you earlier, the rice looks a little light, but look at it here now. It looks perfect. This jollof rice was amazing. I hope you liked watching this recipe. I thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. Ciao.